Let's take you to the northwest now, where some of the 87 artisanal miners arrested in Orkney want help from Lesotho authorities. They claim to have been abused in police custody, rather. They say one of them was wounded in a shooting with mine security and police, and as a result, his leg was amputated. We get you more details on this. We're joined by Bafedile Moerane in Orkney. So, Bafedile, what more do we know about developments on the story?
Well, Dudu, I could tell you that this issue of illegal mining in this particular town of Orkney, it's a very serious issue. It's a very dangerous issue, very sensitive at the same time, Dudu, because as we speak to the people on the ground who are afraid to talk to us on camera, saying that they're terrorized each and every day of their lives. Even the illegal miners themselves, they do not want to talk to us on camera or even on recording when we tell them that we will hide their faces because they are fearing for their lives to do. So there are a number of bodies that have actually been retrieved underground there. Remember in June when the Minister of Mineral Resources, Mantashe, descended down to this particular place to talk to China Precious Metal Mine, which owns this particular shaft here in Orkney, to try to reach an amicable solution as to how they can deal with this matter of illegal mining. About 20 bodies at that particular time were retrieved and were found on the bushes here in this particular shaft. And we were here just last month where about another 7 people have been killed in an altercation shooting between themselves and the police security as well as the police here in the northwest. And just recently again, about 87 of them have been arrested. And we are in possession of a recording talking to a broadcaster in Lesotho radio station, appealing for help from the authorities in Lesotho there, Dudu. And when we listen to that particular Lesotho conversation, they say they do not see anything wrong with them working illegally in the mines here in South Africa. Hence, they are saying that they feel that they are abused, and they are appealing for Lesotho government to come here in South Africa to help them so that they can be released from prison. About 87 of them have been arrested for illegal mining, attempted murder, among others. Those are the charges that they are facing because we are told that these people are heavily armed. They are very dangerous. So we understand that underground here, even where we are here, it's just a normal business running. It's a normal town underground there. Imagine if over 1,200 people are being retrieved underground. We understand that since the beginning of this year, over 1,200 have been removed. Just last month when we were here, about 500 of them were removed at the same time. And there was an altercation between themselves and the police and the security here. So the mine, it's telling us, we spoke to one of the managers who has actually responded to our questions through an SMS to say that up to this stage, I will have to read it here, to say that on the 25th of last month, about 130 of them have been removed. On the 28th, 10 of them, and on the 3rd this month, 3 of them. And those are removed from the mine operation because we understand the mine has told us that they have sealed the ventilation shafts. And the dangerous part about this is that there's an intersection underground there, which means that these particular illegal miners, imagine over 1,200 illegal miners having to meet with the workers of this particular mine underground there. So we understand it's business as usual underground there. And for them to call the authorities through the radio station in Lesotho to say that they are being abused in South Africa. We spoke to Sanko yesterday who was saying that South Africa is not a banana republic. The law must take its course because the last time when they appeared at the court, they were asked in the court that do they have the passports to come here in South Africa. All of them, they responded once saying that no, we don't have the passports to come and stay in this particular country, South Africa, to do.
One wonders if this could possibly lead to diplomatic tensions between South Africa and Lesotho. We've heard from the miners asking for help from authorities in Lesotho. What have we heard from the South African government with regards to this issue?
We only spoke to up to so far with Sanko in the northwest. And we also spoke to the NPA because 87 of them are expected to revert to court on Monday to do a formal bail application there. But NPA is saying that the law must take its course. We are definitely going to impose the bail application because these people, they come to South Africa here without proper documents to stay here and live here. And for them to tell us that we are abusing them in the country and they don't see anything wrong with what they are doing, it is totally wrong. What are they taking this particular country for? Is South Africa a banana republic? We spoke to SANCO chairperson Paul Sebeko yesterday, who has also shared his views to say that they believe that there will be talks with the authorities of South Africa and Lesotho in this instance. We've been trying to get hold of Lesotho authorities, but the number that we have currently, it is taking us straight to voicemail. But we'll keep on tracking this story because they are going back to court on Monday to make a formal bail application, and we'll see there as to whether they are granted bail there, because this is a very sensitive matter. I want to tell you, it's a very, very big issue, and it has been operating and prevailing for a very long time. And we understand, according to the manager that we spoke to of record, who responded through an SMS to say that even right now we have closed the mine operations just to allow the process of trying to, to fight these illegal zamazamas. And we are also in contact with some people who are close to this operation, to the illegal zamazamas, who are also afraid to speak to us on record, who are saying that this thing is not going to end now, because as we speak to you, the very same illegal miners who have been removed underground, they want to go back to the mine to continue with the job, because we understand they are making a lot of money. In the video, in the recording that we have, where this particular illegal miner, who is calling from the police holding cell, calling to Lesotho radio station to saying that they need help from the authorities in that particular country. We hear him telling the broadcaster there that they are making a lot of money. They can come out underground there with each one of them having 100,000. So it's a serious syndicate, a very serious business that is operating underground here in Orkney. So the mine, it is really saying that trying by all means to stop this particular operation. So they are crying foul, this particular illegal miner, saying that the mine has sealed the ventilation shaft, and there are a number of bodies underground here. They are saying that's abuse. A number of bodies underground, and they are appealing to the authorities to descend down here to negotiate so that those bodies that are underground must be retrieved properly so that their families can bury them. So those are the allegations that we are still actually trying to investigate. We have written questions to the particular mine, which is China Precious Metal, to tell us as to whether they are aware that there are more people who are still underground, including the bodies underground there, because the mine manager who we spoke to is saying that we have sealed the operation that they've been using. So we have sent them the letter underground to tell them that they must walk about 2 kilometers to the mine operation and come out there. And they've been coming out like that in few numbers, just like that. So we want to hear from them as to what's the plan to go underground there to remove the bodies that are there, because I believe, it's very difficult for the mine to go underground, because they are saying that these people are armed and heavily armed, because the police have seized a number of guns from this particular illegal miners when they are arrested coming out there, Duduzile.
Let's expand on that, right? You do mention that these miners are allegedly very heavily armed, yet they're crying foul, saying that they are being intimidated, even though they're there illegally. So what is it that we know about this intimidation they claim they're facing?
We spoke to the police spokesperson in the Northwest, Sabata Mokhabane, who has also responded through an SMS or a text to say that there's absolutely nothing like that. We must follow the South African law. Because what they are crying off right now, they are in custody, saying that one of the illegal miners who has been arrested, he has been amputated, and he's saying that he has pain, and the police are refusing him to get medical help. And the police are saying that is absolutely wrong. They are lying, those people, when they say they are also not even getting food from the police custody there because they are waiting to make the formal bail application. The police have dismissed those allegations, saying that there is no way we would allow or leave somebody to suffer in such a pain after being amputated, because he lost his leg during the altercation there with the police. There were shootouts between the police and the security officials of the mine. We understand that all these particular shafts, we will try to go there to do all these particular shafts, in particular in Lawrence Park, the one that has been sealed. There is heavily security there. It has been really tightened, as the mine is trying by all means, to ensure that this particular illegal miners do not find their way to go underground. The only thing that the mine is working into, it is to ensure and say that these particular illegal miners are coming out underground there, so that they can resume or start with the operations legally. So because now we understand that the mine has stopped the operation as a way of trying to deal with this particular illegal mining to do.
One wonders if it's just about the lure of money when people are willing to put their lives at risk and continue to dig up illegally there. Bafedile Moerane, that's where we'll park it this hour. We'll touch base with you a little bit later on.